What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. So, this is Sunday. Usually I train heavy lower on Sunday, but I changed up my training a little bit. I'm gonna be moving things around, so I'll be able to do more volume with my upper body. I think that is gonna help my arm wrestling in terms of base strength. And another thing too is I'm gonna be doing a lot more high reps, meaning, my goal today was 20, 3 sets of 20, and I don't think, I may have done one, maybe the first one was 20, but I don't think so. I think it was like 17. I think it was like, both my sets were like 17 to 16, and I think maybe the last one was like 12 or something. As you can see, maybe not this set, maybe this is my second set. On this my third set, you can see, right here, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. So, I knew something's off, and I was trying to figure out what it is. The weight doesn't feel heavy, so it makes it feel deceiving because it's moving good. But my right shoulder is a little bit, it's not shrugged, but the head of my humerus is higher towards the ceiling compared to my left is more towards the floor, which means my left shoulder blade is able to stabilize a lot better than my right shoulder blade right now. And that's good. Now that I am able to pinpoint the problem, I'll be able to fix it. So what I'm doing here is, if you've probably seen these before, but if you haven't, these are fingertip pull-ups. The reason why I'm doing such a small range of motion is this is a very specific range of motion for arm wrestling. It is developing a lock with back pressure. So my body weight right now is probably 330. So I'm trying to get my elbow to be past closer than 90 degrees. Right now it's probably at 90 degrees. I like to be a little tighter, but that's a challenge for me. So that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get as tight as I can, hold the isometric, and then I like to say pulse, but you contract up higher into the isometric without losing the isometric, if that makes sense. But now, after the pull-ups, you guessed it, time for some dips. Now these felt pretty good. I took a little break from these because I enjoyed them a lot, so I got a little carried away. I started hitting them really, really hard, and it just beat me up a little bit. Nothing crazy, but that plus all the arm wrestling, and then the last second visit Jerry before he goes and pulls Georgie. That gets a nice, that gets the elbows nice and tender. Plus that right bicep. But today there was no pain, just a little bit of tightness. But I think that's just because there's a couple big knots in my upper bicep, and I think that's just the reason why. I think those knots are just creating that tightness. But I did, if I remember correctly, I did 3 sets on the dips. I didn't count. I just did as many as I could before my form got too bad. But now this seal row is, this video is sped up. What I did is if I remember correctly, I did 30-second rows. I did different type of rows. So right now I'm alternating, one hand up, one hand down. My hands are twisting, put different stresses on the bicep tendon. I'm supinating in versus pronating, so supinating, pronating, while holding that isometric, squeezing the shoulder blades hard. After the 30 seconds of the row, I went to a straight arm position, but I didn't let the weights touch. With those weights hanging, I try to mimic not kind of like a clamp pressure, but simultaneous. My fingertips are going straight up towards the ceiling. So like kind of like my, I'm clamping, but at the same time I am cupping with my fingers. My fingertips are going towards the ceiling without wrist flexion. So lots of finger pressure, fingertip pressure, and it got a good pump in the fingers. So that's what I'm doing right here. And then same theory, but with a twist. So this is, I've been doing isometrics for, not with dumbbells, but see that towel in the background? I hold the towel and there's a weight hanging, and I'll have the weight hang off, and I'll hold the it's a 5-pound dumbbell. I'll just hold it. I'll do 5 to 10 minute sets, and just an isometric. And that 5 to 10 minutes or whatever it is, it gets a lot of blood in that tricep tendon. Plus, being at 90 degrees, it's a good way to hit that tendon for arm wrestling. So what I was doing, if I remember correctly, this is sped up too. I had a 30-second timer, maybe a minute. I can't remember. I'll have to check the notebook. But I had a timer, just holding the isometric. As you can see, I'm moving. I'm trying not to move. I'm trying to be still. And then once the timer went off right now, I decided to bang out a couple reps for good luck. But there's another exercise I'm gonna mess around with, some table curls. Now, I'm going very light. I've done it before. At arm wrestling. At the end of arm wrestling, just happen to have like a dumbbell there, and everyone has a little competition, try to pick it up. But I've never done it in terms of a way of building weaknesses. So what I'm doing right now is I have the dumbbell, and I am trying to supinate from my hand as much as I can. So I'm trying to supinate right there, and what that does is right from the start, it gets that bicep tendon contracted. I'm trying to curl in towards my opposite shoulder. That creates a lot of torque and twist on that inner bicep tendon, even though this is only 20 pounds. The contraction that this has on the muscles, the ligaments, and the tendons, it feels great, Now, that being said, you have to be careful with this exercise and that over supinated grip. So that's why I started light. I went 20 pounds. Now this is my second set. This is 40 pounds, if I remember correctly. Now what I'm doing here is I'm not doing the curls. I am doing an isometric. So I'm still trying to supinate. But you can see how the weight kind of makes me flatten out a little bit. I'm still trying to supinate, but did some isometrics. I can't remember if I did 30 seconds or a minute. I'm going to have to... Oh, you know what I did? Now I remember. I did 45 seconds. I did 2 sets of 45 seconds. Which is good. These, I don't really feel it in the bicep muscle, which is what I kind of wanted for these exercises. I didn't want to feel it in the muscle, which is what I wanted. I wanted to feel it in the tendon, the bicep tendon. As you can see, I'm kind of touching the bicep tendon to see where it's contracting, where the pump's going, and it's just right in that tendon, which is just what I wanted. Now I drop back down to 20. I had another idea I wanted to try. I wanted to see how it felt. I dropped back down to 20. I did isometric bicep hold, but now I am doing over supination to pronation. And it was a good pump. Yeah, as you can see with that 20 pound, I can really get over supinated position. And when you really get that over supinated position, that's when you get that really, really deep contraction in that bicep. But when you pronate, you get that good contraction in the brachioradialis. Also, it doesn't seem like it, but it's a nice wrist exercise to be able to keep that wrist bend while rolling it through without the dumb, because the dumbbell wants to come out of your fingers, so you have to be able to keep wrist flexion with, it's not that much, but it's good. You have to keep wrist flexion with a little bit of, it's not flat finger, but it's a little bit of finger pressure. So I've been having on my left hand, my pointer finger knuckle has been bothering me. I think it's just because lots of arm wrestling and the way I pull puts a lot of stress on that knuckle. A lot of stress with twisting. So I think it's just a little tender. So now I'm doing pronation, but I'm doing it through the thumb. So I got a nice good pump there, as you can see. That's what I was smiling about. The pump was very, very nice. Oh, I forgot. I thought I was using the 6-pound weight, but I was using the 25-pound weight. So that's why I was smiling so much, because it was a real good pump. So if I remember correctly, I did this for, I think I did 3 sets of 60 seconds. 30 seconds roll, and then a 30-second isometric. But hey guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep training hard, and I'll see you around.